Hello, welcome back to my channel and another Plan With Me video. This week we are going to get my week all planned out, which will include my weekly planning pad, weekly layout, as well as my time tracker page, which looks a little bit different this week. I'm excited to show you the tweaks that I made to it for right now, where we're at in my life and my planning needs right this second. I recently uploaded a video called How I Plan My Life, which talks about my entire planning process from start to finish. And I think that that video is incredibly helpful, but at the same time, it was really for that point in time, and I've already tweaked a couple of things that I will continue to share with you in these kinds of Plan With Me videos and in vlogs, on lives, etc. But it is just so funny to me that I built up this video in my head. I finally got it out there, and now I'm like, and we're changing something. So anyways, let's get the week all planned out. The week I'm planning is the week of Halloween. So I grabbed some Halloween themed colors. I typically do one for personal stuff and one for work stuff. But Monday, actually, we are going to be traveling home from a wedding in Houston. The wedding is actually a Sunday wedding. And so we're traveling home on Monday at sometime in the afternoon. I am not putting any plans on Monday to work or do anything. I think we're going to breakfast with somebody. My husband is from Houston and he made all the plans around the wedding type things. I'm just showing up, which is so nice. So I think we're having breakfast with somebody Monday morning, but I'm not quite sure. I am not planning any work for that day. However, I have a handful of work things that I would like to get to either this afternoon. It is Friday, the day that I'm filming this, during my daughter's first nap. And during her second nap, the only plan that I have is to pack. I don't anticipate needing her entire nap to pack. So between her nap this afternoon and then on our flights, we are flying on Saturday and then on Monday and then maybe sometime even Sunday morning. The wedding's not till 5 and I don't think we have any plans before that either. So I think we're gonna have a little bit of downtime this weekend and travels that I could potentially get some work done. And so there is one work thing that I'm not gonna put on the plan for this week in hopes or very strong intentions that I get to it before next week. And then the other stuff that I might get to is stuff I am gonna plan for. And I've said this before, I would rather have a plan made that I have to adjust than not have a plan made and feel discombobulated. So if I do any of the things this weekend that I want to get ahead on so that I have a little bit more free time next week, awesome. We are hosting a Halloween party on Saturday. And so frankly, getting ahead on work is really me just telling myself that is to make next week in general party prep easier, not so then I can get ahead on more work. So that is the plan. But let's go ahead and get this planned out. We're gonna start with, let's do personal in orange and work in purple because that's closer to pink, which is my business color. So I have been getting my workout in the morning before my daughter wakes up, and we are going to continue that. I also have gone back and forth on this a lot this year, is if I have time to work before she wakes up in the morning, whether I plan out what that work task is gonna be. And I have gone back to planning that work task out, but not until the day of, just because it also depends on what time I go to bed, and with football and things, sometimes I don't go to bed. So I'm not doing that plan on a weekly basis. I'm just doing that on a daily basis for now. That is what's working. Okay, so that is all that is going to go up there. And then in terms of stuff I want to do when she is awake, there is some household stuff, but I am not quite ready for that. The stuff we do on a regular basis, household cleaning wise, I'm going to save some of it till later in the week so it's closer to the party. So actually what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm making a list off camera over here of all the things that I'm hopefully going to do this weekend. And one of those things I'm going to go ahead and write down is to plan out the cleaning plan for the party. And so I'm not actually gonna put anything in this middle space while she is awake in the mornings. Okay, so then it's time to actually get to work. So on Tuesday, I have 5 things that I'll start when she goes down for her first nap and carry through my mom being here for that first wake window, or second wake window rather. So the communication routine, we need to prep the community call. and then a bunch of content stuff. So videos, newsletters, and outlines for the live chat. And then when she goes down for her second nap, I am going to have my mom dye my hair before she heads out, and we'll get that done. And then Tuesday evening is the community call from 6 to 7. So I will get that done and then get the replay of that up and ready to go. Wednesday, we will start by drawing in the box for the live. So that is from 12 to 1. And then before that, I try to get my communication routine done and prepping for the live. And then otherwise I just use her nap to actually get ready for the day. And then after the live, I'm gonna try to squeeze in a bunch of things. We will see. I may have to see if I can squeeze some of those things in before the live. So the recap of the live, filming Instagram Reels since I did not get to that today, edit the pod, which is one of the things on my list for this weekend. That's just such an easy plain task because I don't need the internet. I can just do it on my computer as long as my computer is charged and or the flight has outlets. And then accountability buddies. I can't even say that. We launched accountability buddies in the community, and I'm so excited about that. By the time you're watching this video, this will have very passed, but my goal is to do them every single month. But for now, we're just trying it out for the first month. So they have a survey that they're filling out, and then the survey ends when this call happens. And so then on Wednesday, I'm going to pair everybody up, and I'm so excited. Okay, so that is Wednesday. Wednesday night, we don't have any plans, which is probably going to be some like party prep and things like that. Okay, Thursday, I didn't actually split these. Oh, this is all wonky over here. Hold on. Okay, so Thursday, I have a couple things I'm going to try to get to during her nap, her first nap. So communication routine, prep the pod, and do analytics. I try to do analytics on the first of the month as long as I'm working, but I don't intend to work on Friday. Normally, I am open to working on Fridays, but I'm working today. But with needing to prep for the party, my plan is to be done with work by Thursday. Then in the middle of this day here, when she is awake, we're going to go shopping for party stuff. And then when she goes down for her second nap, I have a couple more work things that I need to do. I need to write some emails and then plan the next month. I need to do my sticky notes for the month. If you watch that How I Plan My Life video, I did already make a general plan for November, but it is loose and there's adjustments that are for sure gonna have to be made. And so that is what I'm gonna try to get done on Thursday. Also, I just realized that these times are always an estimate. My daughter has a very pretty consistent schedule, but it's not always at the exact same time. It's usually within a 30-minute window, but this visually still helps me figure out what's going on. But because daylight savings is next week, I am going to try to, over the course of the week, kind of inch her later in the day, in the evening. That way it's not too big of a jump from Saturday to Sunday, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Last year's daylight savings time, it did not matter because she was a small, tiny baby with no schedule. Okay. Thursday night on Halloween, we are going to hang out with our friend who has an actual porch and hand out candy. So I am really excited about that. And we're just gonna have some snacks and hang out on her porch and hand out candy and see people in cute costumes. Okay, that is it in terms of work stuff, hopefully. And again, if I can get ahead on some of these things over the weekend, that would be, or even Monday would be really helpful. Friday, we have swim in the mornings, and then that is it. The rest of Friday is going to be party prep. So during her naps, I will prep, and then when she's awake, I'll do what I can, but potentially more shopping. It kind of depends on what I get done earlier in the week, what we end up needing to do on Friday. And then my dad also is coming into town, partially for the party, partially just to see Lila, and it was the best weekend that worked for him. And so he lands at some point. I don't actually know, so I'm not going to write that down. And then on Saturday, the party starts at 4. It is a kid-friendly. We're having some of my mom friends and their little ones. So I'm sure it will go later than that. But it starts at 4 so that it is kid friendly. And then on Sunday, the Cowboys play at noon. And that is it. The Longhorns are on bye on Saturday, which worked out really well for my Halloween party. But that is it for the weekly plan, part of this plan with me. It looks like a light week, but really once I figure out all the things that we need to do for the party prep, there's going to be a lot of things that have to happen, especially in this chunk and this chunk. All right, now it is time for my time tracker sheet, which you can already probably immediately see looks very different. So the small change I made to the sheet is that I added Saturday and Sunday. As things start to get busy towards the end of the year, and especially as I start thinking about Vlogmas, there is going to be work that I will do on Saturdays and Sundays. That wasn't necessary in October, but it is going to be necessary in November and definitely in December. So I went ahead and added Saturday and Sunday so that I would be good to go. Then I also decided to go ahead and add the to-do list section that I was doing in a notebook. And this was created originally out of need because the stand that was holding my notebook with this layout on it had to get moved off my desk to make space for my December daily supplies. So in the month of November, while I'm working on 2023, and then in the month of December, when I'm working on 24, that container didn't have space on my desk. And I was like, okay, I will just originally my plan was to rip out a piece of notebook paper from my notebook and just have it. I have this clipboard that I carry around with this tracker on it, as well as some other trackers that I use throughout the month. And so I was originally going to do my to-do list that way, but instead I was messing with this to add Saturday and Sunday. And I was like, you know what? I almost always have extra lines. I hardly ever use all of these lines. And I don't need them to be that big. It's nice, I write big, but I don't need that much space. So I decided to delete a few rows and shrink it up to make space for this at the bottom. Now, on this video, I'm not gonna actually fill any of this out because most of this stuff comes up as the week is going on and not something I'm thinking of now. But I am excited to have it all kind of in one place. And it does include work and personal stuff, but that's okay with me. I think it will be helpful to, again, have it all in one place. So let's get this all mapped out. All right, so we are gonna end up filling all of these lines today. So we've got 9, that made a really bad circle. And now I feel like I have to go over all of them twice in order to make them the same shade of pink. Where am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. And then I'm gonna have one of each of these other colors, and I'm gonna explain how I'm gonna adjust slightly for the fact that I may do stuff this weekend or I may not. So I'll put that there, and then put the gray one there. So a lot of the stuff, this is very normal. The last 2 weeks of the month, I have a lot more of this ongoing, recurring tasks than normal. So as always at the top, I have my communication routine, the live chat, the community call. Those are there every single week. And then kind of those content things I was talking about. So we have the live outlines. These are just the order I have them on my spreadsheet. I used to sometimes try to put them in the order that I was actually doing them. And I do that on the Kanban board, but I don't do it here anymore because it's easier for my brain just to have them in the same order on the spreadsheet. Videos, newsletters, analytics, and planning. And then orange is the podcast. Green is the accountability buddies. And then the teal are the goal setting workshops. So starting, if you're watching this video when it goes live, starting this Sunday, December 1st, we are gonna do 2025 goal setting workshops. Now, if you're watching this after the 1st, there are 3 live workshops that you can participate in, but you can also always participate and just watch the replay. So if you want access to those workshops, I will leave all the information linked down below. You can join us live, you can watch the replays. The tasks that I'm planning to get to this weekend, or hoping to, besides editing the pod, have to do with that particular goal, the workshop goal. So instead of getting specific about, if you saw on the plan, the only thing I have in the plan next week is emails. But it is possible that I do other stuff related to the workshop. So I'm just gonna get vague and write workshop. And anything I do related to it, I will just track in this one row. And sometimes what I'll do is if let's say I work on something, I will add a little note to it so I know for my tracking purposes, but because in my spreadsheet, I have it broken down further. And then the last one is just miscellaneous. So that is the plan for the week, and I'm excited to try out my new tracker sheet. All right, that is it for this video, and this is actually the last video that is going live before Vlogmas, which is bonkers. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to be here. We are going to have a video every day from December 1st until Christmas. The first couple will be pre-recorded. It'll be my goals video and a collab, and then it will be mostly vlogs, daily, day in the life vlogs that are just a couple of days behind, starting on December 3rd. All the way through like the 22nd, I forget what the plan is. And then after that, a couple goals videos to wrap up the month. And then, yeah, but there's gonna be a lot of videos. There's gonna be a lot of content in December. So make sure that you are subscribed and ready to go. And I will see all of you very soon. Okay, if you watched all the way till the end, I feel like it's silly to have you comment with a Halloween emoji because you're watching this actually, this video goes up the day before Thanksgiving. So comment whenever you're watching this with a turkey emoji, since that is the holiday that it actually will be when this video goes live. All right, that's gonna be it. I would appreciate a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see all of you very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Another hold on. In task, I'm gonna do my to-do,